consider this deeply. Keep it in your heart. It would be, as and now we come to the point that we discussed last time when we met together last week. Doubt is the biggest impediment to arrive in the Pure Land. Doubt and wrong views block the birth of faith and devotion. And we need, as Rinpoche has already said, devotion, 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 an open heart. This will allow us to be born in the Pure Land, to maintain continuity. I want to pause here before going on to the next section, which is also short, but as I mentioned, Tukuresel just sent information, and it seems very appropriate. You know, we're meant to have no doubt. We're meant to be inspired. We're meant to be filled with devotion. And it is for this reason that Rinpoche is communicating with us about a student of his who recently passed and entered Tukdam, that is to say, while still present in the body, though all external signs of life have passed, remained in what's called the excellent heart-mind Tukdam for a period of time. And he just sent an image a few weeks ago, months ago. We sent out our Lama Tenzin Samphel's father was in Tukdam recently. And if you got a newsletter, you saw that very inspiring picture. And Shane, thank you for your flexibility. I only just got this and only just sent it to Shane. So the image that I just sent you, like that Harvey just sent you a few minutes ago, if you would show this. This is an image of a student of Rinpoche's. And by the way, we have heard of quite a number of Rinpoche's students who have achieved this state. I don't know if we can zero in anymore. I see that his face is covered. Lama Tenzin's father's face was uncovered, which I guess at a certain point in the ritual, they, out of respect. So, but this is a person who is sitting there who has not yet lain down to die. Adzun Rinpoche offered this verse as we begin to hear this story. I believe this was just in the last day or so that this occurred. Esel Tokpachembo, the luminous heart essence of the great completeness, is the heart essence of the sublime Dharma. Easy to practice with great outcome, it is the quintessence of the whispered lineage. Through bestowing the Vase empowerment, Gyaltse Pema Wangel, Adzun Rinpoche, nurtures Dharma practitioners. In Yuru, South Central Tibet, a household practitioner, so not a monk, called Phaba Tenzin lived. 30 years ago, he started following the lotus feet of Supreme Vidyadhara Gyaltse Gyurme Chupten Gyatso Bel Sangpo, renowned as Adzun Pema Wangel Bel Sangpo. In other words, he was a student of our teacher. He had pure faith and commitment, and he accomplished the great perfection of pith instructions preliminaries. I think that means he accomplished the Semtri that Rinpoche uniquely bestows on his students as appropriate. This was followed by his consistent and intense application into the main body of practice. Oh no, he meant the Ngondro, he meant the foundational practices, because based on that, he was able to engage in a profound instruction of the whispered lineage. That, I believe, refers to the Semtri, my nature teachings. He thrived in meditative experience, realization, and achieved stability in self-liberation, Rangdrol, Tibetan word, on Friday, January 20th, this year, the Water Tiger year, at the age of 84. Without showing any signs of illness, Phaba Tenzin La started dissolving his mind within the unbounded wholeness, the basic space of the Dharmakaya, and remained in meditative equipoise in the luminous state. On this day, one of the 28 auspicious constellations, Jeta, appeared in the sky. At that time, Lama Gyatso and others informed our Lama, Kepche Great Refuge, Adzun Rinpoche, through a video call, and received priceless advice from Rinpoche. For 2 successive weeks, the body retained its luster with a fragrant smell. In other words, did not decay. During this deep, final meditative state, Paul took down, there was a rainbow dome outside, and an extraordinary chain of events occurred that were beyond comprehension. On February 2nd, the 12th day of the 12th month in the Tibetan lunar calendar, Gyaltse Dorje Chang of Vajradhara, Gyaltse Pema Wangel, Aranzen Rinpoche offered the pointing out instructions, Semchi. Soon after, we witnessed the essence of red and white bodhicitta coming out of both nostrils, and the erectness in the body loosens. The texts all describe this as the indication that now, finally, after these weeks, the consciousness is actually leaving the body. The radiance on the face, there until this moment, declined, and there were numerous other signs of the person leaving the took-down state. It was an extremely valuable phenomenon that we all witnessed. Enriched with infinite blessings that are extraordinary, fortunate ones with the karma and noble aspiration to engage in Dharma, this is your spiritual heritage, our spiritual heritage of simultaneous accomplishment of path and ground. If you have the iron hook of faith, heartfelt confidence, and commitment, samaya, regardless of ethnicity and race, anyone can become a supreme Vajra holder. We can conquer the Dharmakaya citadel within this very lifetime. These indestructible Vajra words are the care, singularly, perhaps the singular care we receive from an incomparable Lama. I have stated the event as it was witnessed by all through our common vision. Translation by Tenzin Sangpo. So it feels like it's a direct message from Rinpoche to say, as he often has said to us in person and in a variety of ways, the Dharma is real, it's true, it has power. I remember him saying this so many times. It's not just a story. He has even indicated that he hopes that his students will not die like ordinary people. I'm told he's prophesied that at Taramando said people will achieve rainbow body. And we know, I personally know of at least one other student of his who in the last few years also was in Tokyo. It really does occur. And we can understand that the Pure Land, of course, is a kind of immortality. It is continuing always in our natural state without the blemish of our karma. So how do we get there? So in this next section of Rinpoche's teaching, he asks, what are the causes and conditions needed to be reborn in the Pure Land? Maybe you would like to be present forever to your true nature. You can see that the results of wholesome actions are determined by the strength of your bodhicitta, your chitta, your mind intent on bodhi, intent on awakening. It's a vital point of the Mahayana that one gives rise to bodhicitta. This courageous attitude is what distinguishes the greater vehicle from the common one. To develop bodhicitta is vital and necessary for all of us who follow the Mahayana. And yet, from beginningless time, we have been under the influence of a deep habit of holding to self. We have sought nothing but our own welfare. This is most true because we are afflicted with this kind of grasping to self, to me, to I, to mine. It's as if this kind of grasping just has an independent power of its own. It's powered entirely of its own accord, just spontaneously like that. And so we are overcome by these notions of me and mind. And yet, this kind of grasping And above all, the kinds of thinking that proliferates from this kind of grasping, I need this, I want this, I am important. These thoughts have no real meaning. But what happens is that as a result of these ways of thinking and feeling, we tend to prioritize ourselves, our feelings, our wishes. We consider ourselves first. This brings on, I'll add the word tragic because it seems so, but this brings on, Rinpoche says, a separation between self and other. And this separation is like a root that encourages, that causes the tree of attachment and aversion to grow. The root is our wrongful holding to self, our mistaken, deluded holding to self. Attachment, aversion, desire, hatred come out of that. And where does it get us? Absolutely nothing. If we want to accomplish a true purpose for ourselves, awakening, we need to think of others. If we wish to help others, we must think of others. In other words, to accomplish our own ultimate purpose, to aid others in their ultimate purpose, we have to think of them. Nothing surpasses this inspiration to benefit others. This is the essential point of bodhicitta. This has been stated over and over in sutras and tantras. Focusing on ourself does not yield good results. I say that again. Focusing on ourselves does not yield good results. We lose out, in fact. How do we lose out? Well, look at us. We've been roaming around in the three realms of cyclic existence. Until we can separate ourselves from samsara, there's only suffering. There's no real ongoing happiness. In other words, the happiness that everyone wants is beyond our grasp. So long as we are in samsara, we may try, but our attempts are of no avail. There is another option between then prioritizing ourselves, and that is to solely concern ourselves with the welfare of others. The heartfelt wish to attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings, that's what creates the supreme merit within. Simply making that resolve with a special bodhicitta motivation, through the power of that inspired bodhicitta, our intention to awaken so as to be of benefit. Within that, we listen to the teachings. Within that, we practice. Within that, we engage in our Amitabha practice today. Of course, in the course of practicing for others, naturally, we also benefit. All traditions of Dharma agree in this. When you make a fire, there is flame, but along with that comes smoke. Once you've started a fire, you don't need to look for smoke anywhere else. Once you develop bodhicitta, everything that is needed will come along. Shantideva declared, what need is there to say more? The childish ones, those who are grasping at me and mine, like us, the childish work for their own benefit. The Buddhas work for the benefit of all. And just look at the difference between them. Shantideva reveals here the inherent flow of continuous self-centered thought and action. Precisely for this reason, we have not accomplished our purpose. We have failed to achieve lasting happiness. The very cause of our lasting happiness is the wave of awakened activity that is animated by our good-heartedness, by our being armed with this vast intention. Whatever positive activity we engage, motivated in this way, ultimately coalesces into a vast wave of activity to benefit others. All beings, the Dharma tells us, every living sentient being has been our mother at some time in the past. They are vast as space. They are just like us in having a life and a life force, and their fundamental wish, like ours, is to be happy. So it's a universal wish of humankind to gain the Pure Land. And we will, with that inspiration from Rinpoche about the power of the Dharma and about the necessity of compassion for others, we'll begin our practice. And first, Shane, now I'd like to show that the clips, we have a couple of clips of Rinpoche heading toward practice, just as we are now. They're short clips. Please enjoy them, and then we'll start our practice. Go ahead.
I have a few of them, so I'll go ahead and, is there any specific order you'd like for me to play them in?
The first two, the order that I sent them in, is that not
Please.
clear? There's one you can see Rinpoche striding toward the temple, and then the second one is the monks inside the temple. So I'd like to show Rinpoche first.
Okay.
It should be the top one. It should be the top one. And thank you. You're doing great. It's your first time at such a complex.
Let me see. Here.
Got it.
This is the first one, I believe.
Yeah, perfect. And if you would let it go, and hopefully we'll hear, I think there's sound with it as well.
Yes, let me, okay, it should be showing sound, yes.
Sure. Okay, there's our Rinpoche. And then the next one, please, inside the temple.
Here we go.
Thank you. Get louder.
How is it there?
Oh, wonderful. All right. Well, that's our Sangha friends. They were singing a different part of this practice, but what we were singing is also part of what gets sung in the temple there. So now, Sean, now we'll begin. And can you play us the recording of Rinpoche's singing? We'll all unmute. I mean, we'll all mute, and we'll sing along with Rinpoche. We'll sing, most of what we do is sing the mantra, feeling that you are Amitabha and that the whole universe of beings are also all Amitabhas, just as the practice tells us, and that we're praying to be in the Pure Land. We'll sing the mantra together. After Rinpoche stops singing it, we'll hear Jetsun sing it without any music. Okay.
So this is the mantra recording that you're wanting me to play right now.
Get the mantra recording. First, the prayer, which does have music to it. I think Emily sent it to you. The mantra is just a few minutes.
Here, let me play it real quick and just let me know if it's the right one.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, perfect. hold that on and give us the. Sorry, John. The mantra is a shorter clip with just the sound of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second.
Amen, amen, deva yusdi hore. 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 Amen, amen, deva yusdi hore. Amen, amen, deva yusdi hore. 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 Amen, amen, deva yusdi hore. Amen, amen, deva yusdi hore. Amen, deva yusdi hore. Amen, amen, deva yusdi hore. Amen, amen, deva yusdi hore. Amen, amen, deva yusdi hore.
We'll continue to practice in silence for just under 10 minutes, and then we'll close the practice with a short clip of Rinpoche again. Shane, can you pick up the previous recording where it was? We'll continue if there's any mantra left and close the practice. And after that, I'll ask you to play the videos that you have remaining.
Give me just 1 second to get right back where we were.
No problem.
I am having trouble trying to find exactly where we were because I did close out of it.
That's okay. You know what? Maybe we'll just, are you there, Mark? Can I surprise you and ask you to say yes through the end part of the practice? Mami Deva, Ayusidi Hong Hri. And then we start with Imaho. Is that okay? If not, I'll do it. Are you there? Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Imahom. Lichlan Gompo Amitabha Chenrezi Vajrapani through these. My course fine composed virtue sources are sealed in the stainless Dharma sphere. I do as others it three spheres gone, all which roots of goodness I do share. So 6 kinds of beings, my mothers, be born in the pure land of great bliss.
So, and we have some short clips of the closing celebration, part of the closing ceremonies in Tibet. One of them just came this morning, so I think these are both very fresh. Do you have them, Shane?
Yes, I have both of them.
Wonderful. And they both have sound.
Yes, they both have sound. Here we go.
Thank you. There's one more.
Yes.
The same scene, but a little different angle. I think I heard him saying Daichin Bar, grape was blazing. Those papers are offerings. Yeah. Let's see that one again. Can we? Fabulous. Thank you so much. Kaisa was talking earlier today about practice being partly about perhaps connecting the wildness in the best sense, deep within us, you know, the thing that we squash down all the time, with the wildness of the world, of nature. So out there in the mountains, the clouds streaming. There was in another image that we saw, it was very faint, but if you notice, there was this kind of big open hole in the sky, as it were, glowing brightly. And right to the right of that in the video, there was like a large circle that was red. The outline of it was red. It was pretty faint. I didn't think it would really come out if we shared it, but it was there. And Rinpoche is famous, as many of us know, for just things happening. Again, ornaments of the sun. Sometimes there would be, we have seen, even in this country, just patches of indescribably beautifully colored lights. Really hard to name the color, blue, green, yellow, orange, would just appear. Rainbows all the time. We used to interrupt teachings. We run out and look at the rainbow that had formed during his teaching. And I'm sure there have been other events at this Amitabha festival. In the past, there have been many amazing things we said last time, including the first year that we saw videos of it. A drop of water fell into Rinpoche's cup, I think on the 8th day of the practice. Some of you will remember this. And gradually more and more started coming down. You can see the monks kind of like, looking around what's going on, because they were inside and they were holding up their cups. And we could see the video, the nectar, right? This is all about, in some ways, nectar is always flowing through Amitabha. And yeah, we could see it on the video, right, folks? Some of you saw it. And then we heard that it was also going on outside. Many amazing things from this. So we're blessed to be part of it. And I would like to mention that, so this is a full moon. The next month, new moon begins Tibetan Losar, New Year, February 1st. We will have some events. Please stay tuned. Those of you who aren't yet subscribed to our newsletter, please sign on at least for the next month, and you'll hear what goes on for Losar. On March 5th, which is the full moon of Losar, it is Adzom Rinpoche's birthday. It's considered the most auspicious day of the year. And we will have a gathering. Tulgoroso and we and Stephanie will be probably at 9 o'clock Central Time, because we want Europe to feel comfortable to come. And we will announce that next week, definitely the definitive time. So please have that in mind. On March 4th, in concert with some requests related with our ongoing Brilliant Basics course on Ngondro, I will offer transmission for both Jigme Lingda's and Adzom Rinpoche's Ngondro text on the Saturday, the 4th, I believe at 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock CST. So you're all welcome to that. And let us close.
I did want to say that Jeff has his hand raised.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Hi.
Hi, Ann. They're wearing yellow hats, but isn't Adzom Rinpoche a Nyingma Lama?
Of course, those hats are ceremonial, and actually all of the sects wear them when they do ceremony. And even more curiously, if you look at them closely, they resemble rather exactly the helmets of Alexander the Great and his army.
Well, I think they're Roman centurion.
Roman centurion, but Alexander is associated with them. That's
Really?
what I remember.
Anyway,
You better check up.
we'll have to check the.
It's way back.
I always associate yellow hats with the Gelugpa,
Yeah, they have that name.
who are of course called the yellow hats. I've seen this once before, another sect using yellow hats, but Leonard Vanderkuyt showed me something years ago, but I don't think it was a Nyingma Lama. I didn't know that they all used them.
These are ceremonial.
These are
ceremonial hats. There are actually other hats that are more like pointy that people can wear, but these are ceremonial hats that are common to all.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
They know what hats to wear.
So what did you want?
Okay, thank you. So let us close with the third crucial point always in our practice is to dedicate. We begin with bodhicitta and we close to share the merit of our practice with all the living beings that we had in mind when we started it. So you have those closing practices, Shane, Mark, could I ask you to say us through this? Jesus, thank you. And then we will come together and unmute for our closing awe. And I just want to say it's so nice to see all of you. Really, some of you don't see so often. And it's very lovely to be with you all. Feel that we are holding the net of Amitabha, which is everywhere, and we're part of it. And we will continue. And this is part of the fabric, really, of our Sangha and of Rinpoche sharing with us. So may we continue for many years together. Long life and much light to everyone.
Want to let them know that it
We're
starts
good. We're good. Shane, when you're ready, we're ready.
by this good.
Oh, okay.
You can just start.
Got
I
it.
think Shane will show them, but mostly people don't
Yes.
follow you.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Everything is good.
By this good may I swiftly once become a great guru. Lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground.
Long line? Yeah. Can we do, did Emily give you long life prayers? Maybe not, because we didn't do them last. We can, even if you don't have them. Yeah, very good.
There we go. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And we'll start with the Dalai Lama and we'll do for Rinpoche and Jetsun.
Get back.
Up a bit. Yeah.
Which one is it?
One more up. Yeah, there you
One
go.
more?
Oh.
Sorry.
One more besides that. Yeah.
There's a bit of a delay in the stream. Sorry about that.
And you're doing great, Shane, really. Very, very great.
Slide 14.
14? Okay. Thank you.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
In a pure land ringed by snow mountain, source of bliss and benefit for all. Powerful Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezi, lotus feet, please stay hundreds of years. Fill vespers with your activity. The next one. Om Swasti. Flawless refuge sources give blessings. Teacher, protector, kind Dharma Lord. Pure May Tupten Gyatso wondrous good. Lotus feet ever, deeds everywhere. Om Swasti. Through all infinite Buddha's truth power, revere Tara's Tulku Chi Me Wang. Sublime Sherab Chutsol Tuku's play. Lotus feet ever, deeds everywhere.
Okay, and now we can go to. Okay.
We'll keep going.
Okay.
Namo.
Guru.
Namo Guru, glorious, wise K, bright sun, and kind song. Now that your work here has subsided, please think of our pain, sad suffering. We pray you quickly take form again.
Next, please. Next, please.
This one.
We'll skip this one for now.
Okay.
But we do wish Lama Tenzin long life.
Okay.
Thank you.
Om Swasti. And in Harvey, like the waxing moon, may your life and merit flourish grow. Through the threefold skillful pundit scenes, live long benefiting all you meet. By the true power of two Vajra truths, 3 tools, 3 roots, Buddha's compassion, faithful Sangha and aspiration, may this prayer be realized at once.
And the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
May there be a great fine new temple, great seat for all high practice learning, which having spread in all directions, male and female yogis everywhere, practice and further the teachings there. One more.
It's like that's the end of the list that I had
Oh, it
had
is. Okay.
from Emily.
Okay. We can go back up to the blessing. It's 13.
Mark created this file, so he knows it well.
With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom, shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala.
And bringing to mind, and if you wish, saying the names of those near and dear to you who particularly need blessings, nourishment today through your practice. Bring them to mind, say their names. And also, as we sound our sound, feel that the light, the luminous light of your true nature is expanding with the sound of Ah and going forth through your entire body, purifying you completely, your town, your country, the whole planet, the whole universe by the end of the Ah, feeling that we have shared these great red rays of great bliss with all beings throughout space, just as we promised to do at the beginning of our practice. So you can unmute so we can join together and make it stronger. Our Ah together.
Yeah, she's just that powerful.
Love and happy full moon, everybody.
Lovely to see you all.
May you all be well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stephanie, for helping me get some of these things together. Appreciate it.
Thank you for this wonderful gathering. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Shane. Bravo.
Yeah.
Good day. Really complicated meeting. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Mark.
And
Yeah.
yes, thank you, Mark, for, I know you sent me that email. I just saw it today for the pronunciations of everything. Thank you very much.
Bravo. There's a newer version of the Amitabha prayer. Just a few words are changed. Just so you know, it says protector Amitabha instead of Gompo, and that makes the syllables work out on that line. That's what made me realize it. So that'll be there. And wonderful to see you all. Shannon, long time. Haven't seen you in a while. Hi, good to see you.
Thank
For
Elena,
everyone that's still here, we do have the calendar in the chat, as well as the weekly newsletter. So you can see future events there and hear about future events through the newsletter.
wonderful. Thank you, Shane, for reminding us. We'd love to see you whenever it works out for you. Hey, Rebecca. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Buzz, Laurel, yay, family. You're actually on, I don't think you're together, right? But your slides are next to each other. Rebecca, hi, Surabhi, Sally, Yanadoma.
Thank you, Shane.
All right, it's lovely to look at your faces. We should let Shane relax now.
Thank you, everybody.
See you soon. We have a first Tuesday, this Tuesday.
Take care, everybody.
You're welcome to